I've been popping in and out today, and I feel like I don't know. I was called to call today, but you guys are talking about AI things and different stuff. So what's the stories today? Because I've been trying to pop in and out.
Today we were talking about, I don't know if you've heard, but there's an aggressive probe that's hurtling towards Earth at this very moment. And when it gets close, it might actually launch mini probes at us. And then the AI stuff we were talking about, dead internet theory, and Sam Altman, and how did we get to AI? Oh, because of the Y2K 2.0. There's a prediction that in 2038, a lot of computers are going to shut off because they just ran out of a way to collect and tell time.
We also somehow slipped into the death penalty and something else that I'm not remembering.
That's right. That's right. So you can take it from there. Oh, real quick, before you do that, real quick, I just wanted to say, I see some people asking in the chat. Sean, I see you. Shane, how do I call? I have the solution to capital punishment, the conspiracy theory to end all others. So the link to call in is pinned in the chat on Rumble. You see it up top, and on YouTube. So give us a call.
YouTube, it's like a white box up at the top of the chat. The link is kind of cut off if you have it not blown up entirely. It says our name up there. It's very obvious. If you guys aren't seeing it, let me know. I'll repost it.
There's some glitches now and then, but I did see in Rumble chat somebody posted the Zoom link, so hopefully they saw that.
Yeah, every now and then I get somebody telling me that like it disappeared for them or something. So weird shit does happen with it, but
it's not us. We want the chat to be just free and open.
I'm showing it pinned in there twice on Rumble. I see it twice. So I mean, I don't know.
So take it away. You can tackle any issue you'd like.
Sounds good. So for the first issue of, well, I don't know if it's first issue, but the Y2K 2.0, that's fucking hilarious to me. Like everybody freaked out on Y2K, the year I was born, basically. And
nice.
Nothing fucking happened. Nothing ever happens. And so people freaking out about the end of the world is funny to me.
Oh, it's cool.
But as far as the AI and like technology and where we're going with all of that, I think that like you guys talked about Terminator earlier, like you have to learn, you have to understand what's going on in order to fight it all. And you don't have to embrace it, but you have to at least like knowledge is half the battle. And that doesn't just mean like learning things, it's actually comprehending and breaking it down.
Yeah, that's why I like Terminator 2. They're not total Luddites. They had to hijack a Terminator to send it back in time to destroy T-1000 to save them, to break down Skynet. Hopefully it worked.
Hopefully. Yeah. I just, I don't know. I think I try to tune into as many people as I can around me. And I think our culture is shifting. So I think there's a bit of a release, but we're obviously all still tense. So
how do you see it shifting? In what way?
Just a bit more calm. So I am tuned into my household and my community more than I am to the country. But as a member of the country, I feel like the tension is shifting outward, where before this year, before 25, it was more the tension was inward and focused on what am I doing wrong? And now we're just like, yeah, we might be wrong. We might do things wrong, but we're trying to do our best and we're stop punishing ourselves.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd like to say I agree. I just don't know. But that is a symptom of how much I have to look at the news every day. And, because there's people who are completely unplugged and they're fine. But it feels like we're doing the outward thing you're talking about, but also going inward. And I feel like there's just so many narratives collapsing in on themselves within each political party, and the just nonstop violence that is human nature and has always been happening, but now it's amplified so much. But also a lot of really big moments, from the Luigi Mangione, the exploding Cybertruck, the New Orleans truck who smashed through the crowd. We've had the guy who he shot up all those firefighters. We had the church shooting just recently. There was another church shooting like a month or two ago. And those are just the ones we hear about. We got this lady who was hacked up today or yesterday, and then the lady from North Carolina from August 22nd who was stabbed to death. And is that because we're just the people who are terminally online are checking this more often, and then other people who are unplugged not watching, and they feel more calm about it? I don't know. I feel like it's almost like the corporate press has completely died. They're actually like the dead internet theory, and no one's reading it. And
True.
the people are mostly on the social media platforms talking about these things, and that's where the news has pretty much shifted. And that's earlier on when I was on IRL, I was saying because they're trying to delete one, this girl Irina's murder from the Wikipedia, and I think that the non-story is the story outside of just the violence, which is horrific. But it's like these people they don't want to report on something they would typically report on if it was the other way around. You know what I mean? Like these journalists love to just stand on top of a corpse and write sensational headlines and make money off of that. But yeah, I don't know. It just feels like it can be very calm, but at the same time, it is completely chaotic. And we're still trapped inside of a 24/7 presidential campaign. I mean, it's is it still 2025? It's 2025, and we're like every time
Barely.
JD Vance does an interview, yeah, barely. That's crazy. Every time JD Vance does an interview, it's like, are you the next president? Are you going to be running? Gavin Newsom's campaigning, but he hasn't really officially announced it. And we've been stuck since like 2013, 2014 in constant campaigning, and I think that drove the nation insane, honestly. So
For sure.
but yeah, no, I mean, I hope we should also remember that there is calm out there and there's beauty, and we should take a note of it and appreciate it while we can, because life is short.
For sure. I have one response as a middle of the road American.
Yeah.
Man, I want the American dream. I want people to do what they want as long as they're not hurting anybody else. And the only reason that I'm aware of politics right now is because it was shoved down my throat.
Yeah.
It was shoved down my throat in Trump's first presidency,
Mm-hmm.
and it was shoved down my throat 8 months ago because I'm told there's these terrible things happening. There's these horrible things happening. You need to pay attention. And I'm like, all right, fine, I'll pay attention. And I pay attention, and I learn the facts. And it's the same thing that happened the first time, where I'm forced to care about shit that I don't care about because I just want to go to work and come home.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same thing that happened the first time Trump was president, where the entire media apparatus flips their shit, and they actually do themselves a disservice because they activate people like me who don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to go to work and go home, and I'm told I need to care about something that doesn't matter to me.
Yep.
So
not allowed.
here I am now for the second time, and I'm not going to shut down this time. I'm not going to go silent this time. I'm going to keep watching.
That's it.
I'm not going to get fucking crazy or anything, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to be blindsided again to just accept whatever I'm told.
That's the point. Like they count on everyone being low information voters that don't have enough time to check the news, and then they made everything infected with politics. You couldn't escape it. I, for some unfortunate reason, was born a political junkie. I don't know why I was obsessed with politics from a very young age. It's a disease. But I was always trying to do nothing with. I didn't want to talk about it. I just like watching and reading about it. But then it came for the writing world that I was a part of and publishing. Obviously, long before I was born, it came for the college world. But then I became a professor, an adjunct professor, and saw just how bad it was. And then it was like they were literally attacking me. Like they were like, "Oh, straight white dude, you can't have these jobs." Literally would say that in the applications. So I'm like, "What the heck? Like, this isn't. How is this even real?" And then it was you're blamed for all the bad stuff. I'm like, I'm poor. I didn't do anything to anybody. So, but that was by design, because they wanted politics to become your religion. They wanted to supplant everything that you ever cared about. They wanted to erase those things, and they wanted to replace it with politics as a false idol for everyone to get psychotic over. And that's why we saw in 2020, during the George Floyd riots, people burning down their cities because George Floyd to them was like a golden calf. And then the politicians were funding the bail money for these arsonists. They were bending the knee, literally and metaphorically. And it's just, that's where we're at. And it happens on the right too. The right is not immune to it. And you can see how MAGA acts like a monolith as well. And I am conservative and I vote mostly conservative, but like that party, the Republicans are a joke as well. They're spineless, and they also pretty much hate their voter base. Maybe two of them, one of them don't. But politics is just, it's unfortunate that we have to pay this close attention. But since they've infected every possible part of your waking life, and if you want to have a family, if you want to have a job, if you want to have a house, if you want to just go about your life, you kind of have to know what's going on in the world, because there is a war against you at all times. That's
100%. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you for keeping it real. Thank you for keep speaking on all the lies, and I appreciate, all the truth you guys push out and all the media you're with. So thank you guys.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Adios.